Hey, welcome back to more Gabriel Knight. It's day 5 or 6, I'm confused now. I'll remember one of these days.
Are you gonna be okay here by yourself?
I'll be just fine. Just fix this, okay?
I'm trying, Gracie.
Hey, I got all the blood out of the carpet, evidently. That's pretty impressive. Vroom. Vroom-a-zoom-zoom. Alright, if anybody actually recognizes that, A, you're either older or as old as I am, and you watched a lot of cartoons. Alright. That's not the hot, lucky dog vendor.
A vendor selling beignet, and Cafe Ole has taken the lucky dog vendor's old spot.
Ah, great, he's selling non-American food.
Hello. What can I do for you, sir?
What the heck are beignets, anyway?
Deep-fried sweet dough with powdered sugar on top. New Orleans donuts, sir.
Yoy. Yoy? Joy.
Say, haven't I seen you before?
I get around the French Quarter. Used to be at Royal and Conti.
Yep.
You say you used to be at Royale and Conti?
That's right.
Cold morning.
Why don't you go back there?
Because I obviously know your business better than you.
I've been kind of torn. Must be the weather. These thick clouds we've had all week. I'm just not seeing the crowds here that I expected.
Why'd you leave Royal and Conti?
Well, the guy who used to be here, the lucky dog guy, he was my cousin Ralph. He went off to college, see, and this spot came open.
Somebody gave him a gift to him,
I
and he got
Jackson
some book,
Square'd
and
be a
then
better
he bought a
gig,
book,
you know?
and then he thought he was smart,
Tourists
so he
and
bought
all?
it. No, that's silly.
Is it?
Well, no, actually.
I definitely think you should go back to Royal and Conti.
Really? I'm glad you think so. I always liked that beat, but I thought I ought to give this a shot.
Oh, absolutely. The grass is always greener.
Exactly. You're right. I'm going back over there today.
Yay! Alright, coming up next is possibly a game killer. Because I haven't had this encountered this problem in playing old games since I played Toonstruck. Alright? Check this out. And that problem being computer speed. Back in the day, computers couldn't run as fast as they do now, and so they programmed things to run at the speed of the thing. And nothing can save you if you end up going to the wrong place, which is stupid. Alright. Police department. How did I confuse Napoleon for police department? Alright, anyway, check this out. This is
Hey, it's a beignet guy. He's back.
Where?
Over there, duh. Outside, what? You think he's in here? He comes into the police station to sell his fried dough. Alright. Yeah, I figured you'd want a donut or two.
Grab me 3 or 4, would you?
Or 3 or 4.
Forget it, I'm broke.
Rats. You stay put. I'll be back in a minute.
Alright, what you have to do is go through this door in time to get to that door while he's out. And this would have taken enough time to actually do it back in the day. But now, in modern times, computers run so fast that I had a fraction of a second to do it, and it's literally impossible. Now, where was I? In the Toonstruck playthrough, I had no choice but to get a slowdown program called CPU Killer. In this one, if you miss your opportunity, you can just wait till he falls asleep. And then he doesn't notice you as long as you do your moves while he's asleep. Go back to sleep, sleepyhead. Alright.
Gabriel doesn't see it. Gabriel could take that, but it does not look very helpful.
Man, look at this. Look at how old that computer is. The screen,
Gabriel
the text is
would
green.
prefer to touch as little of Mosley's stuff as possible.
Alright.
Gabriel,
I know there's something to take here.
Mosley would notice.
Yeah, I took his chair.
Gabriel.
Okay, I'm trying to remember where to take where I get what I get.
Mosley's desk has more groin on it than on he had.
Alright. Alright, just a second. Alright, it was because I was using the hand icon, the take icon, when I needed to use the open icon.
There's a tracking device in the drawer.
Gimme.
This tracker might come in handy.
Ooh. What's this?
That's funny. That window's a mirror on the other side.
Alright, I've got my tracker. Where's my tracker? Tracker?
This device is called a tracker. Gabriel remembers a time when he and Mosley used it illegally with a couple of babes in a white convertible. It operates as follows. The signal device attaches to an object, such as a car. The signal device emits a signal that appears on the tracker, LED, allowing the object to be tracked.
Okay. And these are the tracking devices. Those are the actual tracers for the tracking device. Alright.
Hey, get out of there, you.
Sorry, just looking for a restroom.
Alright, I do believe we're done here. Alright. I wonder if our delivery has been made yet. Well, it's not our delivery, but, you know.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Yes, hey, there's something new here.
Professor Hartridge said that
Sickie
in
Module.
Voodoo, a small ritual coffin is called a Sickie Module.
Sickie Module. It's almost as if someone wrote on the side of a coffin to bring the Sickie Module here. Or wrote on the side of the tomb to bring the Sickie Module here.
Gabriel slips the signal device into the Sickie Module.
Can I assist you, Mr. Knight?
No, just looking.
Look with your hand. Look with your eyes, not with your hands.
I hate to rush you, Mr. Knight, but I am afraid I must close the museum early this evening.
I have
This
voodoo
is
people to
St.
kill.
John's Eve, and it's getting on towards dusk. I have things I must do.
I see. No problem.
I said it
I'll
wrong.
just...
Leave. Goodbye, Mr. Knight. May the spirits guard you well tonight.
What I meant was I have to use voodoo to kill people. Alright. Price Quarter, Tulane University, Getty Estate. Where was I going? I do not remember where to go. 1 second. Alright, I can't really figure out which location to go to, but I did find something to do. Alright.
That doesn't...
Ooh, Drummer Man. Alright. Rada.
Gabriel listens carefully to the drums and opens his radar book to translate.
conclave tonight at the swamp.
If Gabriel's translation of the drum code is correct, there'll be a conclave tonight in the swamp. That must be the bayou.
The bayou! Oh boy! Groovy. Do I have to wait for the whole message? Okay. This is boring. How do I get out of here? Mommy! Okay. Stop it. Make this guy stop. Alright, if I hadn't been so impatient, I would have seen there's an exit up here. Alright. Whee! Running. More running! To the swamp! To the bayou. Alrighty. Tracking.
Gabriel pulls out the tracking device, hoping that the Sickie Module made it to the ritual and that this thing will work.
All right. There's a blip. They must be here with the Sickie Module.
Yep. Ooh, blip. Blip.
Gabriel can barely focus on the LED with those drums in his head. He hopes he's reading it correctly.
Alright. Where's the blip? Aha.
Gabriel feels so turned around. Is this thing working?
I figured you'd say ting.
Gabriel hopes this tracking thing is working correct. Damn
Oops.
Mosley and his infernal machine.
Oopsie.
This better be...
Yes, damn this machine, this better be working. I think I'm almost there. I made it.
The entrance to a clearing is marked with Voodoo skulls. At last.
Alright, excuse me, call of nature. Not that the break actually meant anything to the viewers. Alright, we better not walk in there.
When in Rome, here goes nothing.
Welcome, Brother Crocodile. Please join the other celebrants.
Yes, Dr. John. Brother Eagle.
But first, name the great serpent who crushes all in his coils.
Damballa.
Damballa.
You are correct, Brother Crocodile. Who is the destroyer of men?
Rebecca Black.
Ogun Badagri.
You are correct,
I was right.
Brother Crocodile.
Oh wait, this is true.
Enjoy
Years.
yourself well tonight.
Party time. Boogie down. Chicken. I don't see me in my crocodile mask. Uh-oh. I can't really tell what's happening. Oh, I think he blew some powder in my face. Those voodoo people and their powders. Gabriel, put the mask back on. Yikes.
Gabriel!
Whoa, snake.
Malia?
Snake is the only thing that's keeping this game from getting an R rating.
I can smell his blood in your veins.
What?
No.
Great, it's doing that
You
slowdown
cannot
thing.
change your destiny or ours.
No.
No.
Oh, come
I
on.
will find. I will destroy.
Okay. No.
No!
Where is your necklace now, witch hunter? Where are your pretty gems?
Can't be good. Day 7. My last ally laid to waste. I ran towards the light. I prayed for one more chance. I prayed for one chance to change my path, to give me strength to fight. You know, this writer's a lot creepier than Dr. Seuss. Excuse me.
Gabriel! Gabriel, wake up!
Ow, my head.
It's about time. I've been trying to wake you for hours. There's no time to lose.
I had another dream.
It wasn't a dream, believe me. Now come on, get dressed.
Wait a minute. I'm starting to remember. Something about Malia.
She's the head priestess of the Voodoo cartel. They're responsible for the murders. They've been doing it for years.
Malia? Last night she was the leopard. Like in my dreams, Grace.
I know. Those dreams were a warning. Now come on, get dressed.
But
Okay.
last night, Malia changed. She became something else. And then I blacked out, I think. How did I get home?
Didn't you listen to the
I
lecture?
followed you last night. I had my doubts about the Gettys. Did you know that they arrived in New Orleans in 1800? Just in time for the Voodoo influx. I knew you were going to try to sneak into a ceremony last night, so I followed you. Lucky for you that I did. If you'd been left at the circle last night, I don't know what she would have done to you.
You're wrong. Malia wouldn't hurt me.
You're living in a delusion.
What about Tetelo?
Tetelo. They were chanting that last night. That's the name from Gunter's journal. The woman who took the talisman.
Yes. Gabriel, it's your destiny you're facing. You can't just blunder your way through this or you'll end up dead. Tetelo will be after you now. You have to call your great-uncle in Germany.
Uncle Wolfgang?
Yes. He knows more about this than we do.
He's not that great.
Okay, I'll call him. But Malia isn't responsible for those things, Grace. It's that spirit, that Loa. It's Tetelo.
Yeah. Possession is convenient that way. Call Wolfgang, Gabriel. I'll be in the shop.
Alright. Operate the phone. Oh god, what was his number? I'll have to look it up. Hold on. Alright. Oh. Brain fart.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter.
Blah, blah, blah,
This
blah.
is-
We've heard
Ja,
this
Herr
part.
Gabriel,
Oh, there we go.
it's so good to hear your voice. I had such a dream last night.
There's a good reason for that, Uncle Wolfgang. We need to talk.
Gabriel fills in Wolfgang on the events of the previous evening.
Ah, it is even worse than I thought.
Is it? Really?
You bet it is. We have to talk about what I'm supposed to do.
What, I don't get to see his face?
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
Damballa is a snake. He is a Loa, a voodoo god.
Yes. He's one of the primary Loa of the Getty tribe.
I see. Good work. That information might prove useful.
Okay.
Does the name Ogun Badakri mean anything to you?
It is a voodoo loa, is it not?
Yes, a particularly nasty one, so I understand. Have you come across anything about it in your research?
He seems to be feared by most voodoo groups. I haven't come across very much specific information.
Okay.
Tell me about Tetelo.
Tetelo.
Well, from your description of the ritual last night, I'd say that Gunther's mistress, Tetelo, is now the primary loa for the Gedde tribe. It seems she still controls them by possessing her female descendants and speaking through them.
Fascinating.
Do you remember in Gunther's journal he said that Tetelo was possessed by her father's loa during the killings in Charleston?
Not specifically.
This sounds similar, but Tetelo has obviously become a much more powerful loa than her father ever was. Probably because of the added power of the talisman.
Tell me more about Tetelo.
I believe she truly loved Gunther. After all, she was raised to be her father's daughter. Their religion was not a choice she made, but a duty she endured. How can she be blamed for that? The spirit she has become, that is a different matter. It is utterly evil. I am certain that the lower Tetela bears little resemblance to the woman Tetela was before the burning in Charleston.
Bummer.
Let's talk about the talisman.
I myself have only seen it in old sketches and paintings, and in my dreams.
I've seen it too. It gets bloody.
It was in the family for centuries before Tetelo took it. It is believed to be as old as the role of Schattenjäger itself. The talisman has genuine power. I don't know how or why, but it is so. The Schattenjägers swore to use the power for good, never for evil. For defense, not offense. Since it fell into Tetlo's hands, I'm afraid to think what the power has been used for, or what it will be used for in the future. With the talisman, Tetlo has all the power and we none. The only possible way to fight her is to regain the talisman. Then we will at least be on more equal footing.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Schattenjägers?
Yes, of course. I sometimes forget how little you know of the family, Gabriel. I never understood how Heinz could allow his sons to remain ignorant.
I think he tried to pretend it didn't happen.
Now is not the time for that discussion. Schattenjäger is really two words in English, Gabriel. Schatten means shadow, and Jäger means hunter.
I knew that from Jacob
Shadow
Monster.
Hunter.
Yes. Shadow hunter.
I like Girl Genius. Alright.
How can we regain the talisman?
We've been searching for the talisman for years, ever since we lost it. It's a terrible thing to know that something powerful that was entrusted to us is in the wrong hands. The talisman is probably buried with Tetlo's remains. That's what gives her lore so much power.
How would we find Tetelo's remains?
Ha! We have pondered that question a long time, Leoritas. There are two probabilities. The first is that her remains are with the tribe at their current location. The other is that the remains were returned to a sacred place near the tribe's original homeland.
Canada?
We tried to locate Tetlo's African homeland, but Gunther says so little in his journal about her tribe, and slaving records are practically non-existent. Also, Tetlo's tribe was utterly destroyed in its African form in the late 17th century. There was nothing like a census in Africa then. As for the other idea, we had no clue as to where Tetlo's people went after fleeing Charleston, until now.
Okay.
Let's discuss the possible African homeland.
Yes, let's.
All right. Have you learned anything that might help us locate it?
I spoke with the Professor Hartridge. Unfortunately for him, he thinks the tribe's name was Agri, and that they lived near the Fon tribe in what is now called the People's Republic of Benin.
I've heard of Benin.
That is incredible, Gabriel. I must go research this new information in my library right now.
Wait, what should I do?
Stay low. If you get a chance, you might look into the possibility that Tetlo's remains are somewhere in New Orleans. But don't try to broach their private areas without my assistance.
Okay.
You will make a fine Schattenjäger, but only if you are not dead.
You have my word. I won't breach their private areas.
Bye, then, Gabriel. And remember, if you need a place of safety, come to Schloss Ritter.
Goodbye, Uncle Wolfgang.
Alright, I think that's a stopping point. I will see you all soon. You know what? Let's go out and read the newspaper. And see if there's anything we need her to research. Then I'll stop it.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you?
Sure.
I can't think of anything.
I can't.
Okay. Nope.
No messages. Alrighty. Gabriel.
Times
Picayune, never
Picayune,
mind.
dated June 24th, 1993.
Just say
There's
1993.
nothing about the Voodoo murders case in the papers today.
Unless you think we'll confuse it with
Gabriel
19,093.
finds a humorous tidbit under the Life is Stranger Than Fiction column. Apparently, there were reports of ghosts in the Bayou Saint-Jean last night.
Really? Ghosts?
Various people called the newspaper with stories about hearing strange noises and seeing weird lights over the swamp.
Okay.
Some folks claim it's the ghost of Marie Laveau. The paper relates it to similar delusions that crop up every Halloween. Gabriel's horoscope today reads, "Wise is the warrior who knows when to fight and when to get the hell out of dodge."
God help me, I'm actually starting to listen to this guy.
Alright, that's where I'm going to stop it. I'll see you soon.